wake up the world. We're just boys and girls. We can still wake up the world. We're just boys and girls. We can still wake up the world.
Hi friends, we are coming back today to follow God's people on their journey to the Promised Land. We rejoin the story today with Joshua moving the people closer to the Promised Land. Remember, Joshua has taken over for Moses in leading the people. Let's go check out what happens.
God's people were so close to the Promised Land. They had been wandering the desert for many, many years. God chose Joshua to be the new leader of the Israelites. God promised to help Joshua move the people into the land. God said, "No one will be able to win a battle against you. I will be with you, just like I was with Moses. No one will ever be able to win a battle against you. I will never leave you." Joshua was encouraged by God's words. God also told him to be strong and courageous and to obey everything Moses taught him. Joshua told the Israelites to get ready, because they were going to cross the Jordan River. He reminded them that God gave this land to them and that they would make it. The people got ready and said, "We will do everything you have told us. We will go where you send us. We will obey." So they walked toward the Jordan River. The Promised Land, Canaan, was right across the river, and they had to get across. God was going to help them cross the river. First, the priests carried the Ark of God to the edge of the river. The Ark reminded the people that God was with them. Joshua told them to step in the river. He said God would stop it. All the people watched. When the priests stepped into the river, God made the water stop. Then all of the Israelites walked through the river on dry ground. God told Joshua to remember this miracle. He told them to collect 12 big stones from the middle of the river and put them together. After all the people made it through, the priests walked across with the Ark of God. And as soon as they stepped on the other side, the river started flowing again. The pile of stones would remind the people of the greatness of God. For years and years, people could walk to the river, see the pile of big rocks, and remember what God did. At last, God's people were in the Promised Land.
Let's get together and chit chat, chit chat. Yeah. That story was so cool. We have seen God do some amazing things.
Joshua led God's people across a river to the Promised Land. Joshua and the people listened and obeyed everything God said. God reminded Joshua to be strong and courageous. Can you guys do that with me? Ready? Mm-hmm. Strong and courageous.
Mm-hmm. We have seen God do so many amazing things on this journey. Today we saw Joshua step onto the edge of a rushing river and then help people get across. When he stepped his foot into the water stopped rushing so the people could walk through on dry ground.
God's words led the people to the Promised Land. Our remember verse is, "Your word is a lamp to my feet and a light on my path." Psalm 119, 105. The Bible is God's word. It tells us what is true about God and what is true about ourselves.
Mm-hmm. After Joshua and the people made it through the river to the Promised Land, God told Joshua to do something really interesting to remember what happened.
He told the people to stack up 12 big stones. The pile of stones would remind the people of the greatness of God. Bye, friends.
Bye. That story was so cool. I love watching God do so many amazing things. He has led the people in amazing ways. Our remember verse this month is, "Your word is a lamp to my feet and a light on my path." Psalm 119, 105. God was definitely a light on the path of the Israelites on this journey, and he's a light on the path for us. Bye.